Train Your Caterpillar, a spiritual life coaching channel. You are very welcome here. Thank you for checking out the video and the channel. I appreciate it a lot. And you know, if you like the content and you feel called to like and subscribe for me, I'd appreciate that a lot too. So someone asked me to do this video, so that's why I'm doing it. It's going to be about like how to develop a strong connection with your spirit guide, okay? So I don't really have a process as such for like connecting with my spirit guide, but what I would say is I spend a lot of time by myself. And so I talk to my guide a lot, you know, like I actually kind of have to stop myself doing it when I'm like out at Tesco's and stuff, because you forget that you're with the muggles and you're like, oh my god, be normal, be normal. But like at home, I speak to my spirit guide as much as I can. You know, that's why I have a strong connection with him, because I involve him in everything, to the point where I'm sure he just thinks I'm like, he's like, oh my god, like this bitch can't get 5 minutes to myself. But you know, that's what they're there for. And I'm just joking, like your spirit guide will never get sick of you. Like they're not like that. They don't think in terms of humans, you know, that think like that. These are benevolent beings of light from the light dimension. You know, they are just pure unconditional love, right? Some of them are stricter than others, I'll say that, but you know, they're never going to get sick of you. They're not going to get sick of you asking questions. That's what they're there for. You know, your spirit guide has been following you around since you were a kid, just waiting for you to be like, oh hey, like, you know, you want to hang out? So they're excited when you talk to them. They want to talk to you. Like, they can't actually intervene in your life until you ask them, because of free will. They just pretty much have to stand there and watch you bumble around and fuck things up until you like invite them into your life. That's like including myself here. Many years of bumbling around and screwing everything up. But they're really excited, you know, to help you. So my first suggestion would be to involve them in your life as much as you can, because the more that you do that, the stronger the connection's going to be. You don't have to know anything about your guide to start talking to them, okay? You don't have to know their name. That's something that will come later if you choose, you know, if you choose to develop that. You don't even, I think a lot of people don't even really learn their guide's name. They just kind of know that they're there. But you don't have to know anything about your guide to start talking to them, you know? You can just simply start asking them for help, and they will help you. You know, one of the easiest ways for your guides to talk to you is to send you physical signs, right? Because they are high vibrational. We're like low 3D mutants, you know. These are like high vibrational beings, so it's kind of difficult. It's not difficult, but it's easy for them to send you a physical sign, right? So if you're looking for a particular answer, ask them to send you a sign. And if you're looking for a strong answer, ask them to send you a very obvious sign. That's what I do. Like when I'm really stressed out, I'm like, okay, send me a really big sign. What am I supposed to do? Where do I go? What do I do? What is the answer? And they'll send me a really big sign, which may not be the actual answer, but it will be like, you know, the white rabbit that leads me to the answer, usually. Like for me, it's butterflies. You know, I have this like an obsession with butterflies, because I just think it's partly a past life thing, but it's also partly, I just think that's a really beautiful metaphor, you know, the chrysalis and the butterfly. So they often send butterflies, you know, if I'm looking for a direction or for something like that, I'll see like and it's usually big, like a big butterfly, or like a couple of times they've sent butterflies into the actual house, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and chill. Everything is cool, because that's not normal, you know what I mean, to have like huge butterflies in the house. Like, this is spirit, okay, like I'll just go ahead and chill out. That's usually when I'm like super stressed out. Like big butterflies will just appear in the house, and then they'll just kind of chill for a little while, and then they'll just fly back out. You're like, okay, breathe. Everything's cool, just relax. So that's the first thing I would do, be like, send me signs, you know, and then start to look for the signs, okay? So it'll come in terms of, you know, maybe you'll have a particular thought you know, maybe you'll be like, what should I do about this situation? Should I do this? And then you'll see like a number synchronicity, you know, and that's for me usually a sign like, yeah, that was the right direction. You know what I mean? Or even sometimes, you know, I'll be like, oh, you know, I should make a video today or something, and I'll hear like a little knock, and you're like, okay, so get off your ass, stop fucking around, go make a video. Or just, you know, in terms of anything, like one of the easiest ways to talk to them is to get them to send you signs, okay? And sometimes that's going to come in like a number synchronicity. Sometimes it'll be a book they want you to read. Sometimes it'll be a person that has information for you, something like that, okay? But really, if you want to establish a strong connection with your spirit guide, meditation is the way to do it. The reason for that is because they're always talking to you. Like, your spirit guide is always talking to you, but if you're not quiet, you're not going to hear it, you know, because there's so much noise down here in the 3D. And if you're anything like me, like, I'm very kind of anxious, and like my head's always like going. So it's important to meditate, because you might be asking for answers and then not getting them because you're too busy freaking out. Do that all the time. So meditation is the way forward to establish a connection with your spirit guide. And you can set the intention before the meditation. You can do any kind of meditation, right? But you can specifically set the intention with your spirit guide to get to know them, you know? Set the intention before you sit down to be like, I'd like to know my spirit guide's name. Or, this is something I was talking about in a video yesterday. I really recommend this book. I talk about it a lot, but honestly, I've read quite a few books about, you know, how to develop spirituality and mediumship and all this stuff, but this is a really good book. He's a Scottish medium, nice guy, seems to be a really nice guy, really very, like an excellent medium, like really impressive, and it's a really accessible book. It's actually about mediumship, but what he does in this book is he tells you how to get in touch with your spirit guide, because that's something that you'll notice if you ever listen to mediums talk. They always talk about their spirit guide, and it is, you know, if you're going to dabble in spirituality in terms of like channeling and mediumship, it's a good idea to establish a strong connection with your guide. But I would say just in general in life, you want to establish a strong connection with your guide, because it just makes things easier, you know? Like, if you're feeling a bit lost or you don't have a lot of support, I ask them for advice about everything. Like, what should I have for dinner? Like, what should I do about this? You know, it's like, help me. I have no discipline. What should I do? But I recommend that book, because basically that's exactly what he says in the book. Like, to establish a connection with your spirit guide, you need to meditate, and then you can start asking for things. You know, you can start, like I said in a video I made yesterday, like one of the things he asks about, or the day before, one of the things he talks about is asking your spirit guide to send a calling card, which is like some kind of physical sensation that they're around or that they're there. Like for him, his spirit guide puts the sensation of like a beard on his face, which I just think that's super cool. Mine tends to make, you know, put a cold spot in one side of my body, which, like I say, always is a source of great frustration for me, because I am freezing all the time. It's like, can you not just like throw me a bone here? Like, throw me a freaking bone, spirit. But no. So you can start asking for things like that, you know, like, what's your name? Like, tell me a bit about yourself. What do you look like, give me a calling card. And it might take you a little while, okay? But just keep going with it. And if you can get into a pattern of meditating every day, meditation opens the third eye. So there's 7 chakras, the main chakras. You have root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown chakra. So the third eye chakra is the seat of your intuition and your spirit guides. So you know, if you want that very strong connection with spirit, meditation, opening your third eye, because there's you know, you can listen, there's lots of stuff on YouTube that's like, open your third eye instantly, overnight, you know, mediumship, like, oh my god, so good. But really, like, realistically, it's, you know, doing it every day. Like, it's not going to be like a magic, I mean, you can listen to that if you want, I'm sure they work, but realistically, it's the process of sitting down and making space for the guidance and the intuition to come through, so you can listen to it, you know. So definitely meditation, as much meditation as you can, setting the intention to make that connection with your guides, involving them in your life as much as you can, asking them questions, asking for advice, but then listening for the advice also, which is the meditation, and you know, watching out for different signs, and be open to the signs because they might come in a weird way. That happens a lot, you know, because sometimes you'll be looking for an answer and you'll just meet a random dude, or you know, you'll watch a random TV show and suddenly the answer will be there and you're like, what the hell, like that's so random, but that's how they work, because it's the easiest way to get the information to you, and they know that you'll pay attention. At least I'm pretty sure that's why they do it to me. Like, God, this bitch never listens. What else was I going to say? Yeah, so you can also work specifically on your third eye. There's a lot of stuff you can do to open your third eye, meditation, but also you can work, the color of the third eye is kind of a dark purpley kind of indigo color, which is why it's associated with spirituality, you know. That's why you see like a lot of tarot readers and stuff have like purple, like a lot of purple stuff, like purple covers and stuff like that, purple tarot card table covers and things, because it's like mystical. But so you can work with the color purple, like purple crystals, like amethyst is good for opening the third eye. There's lots of different crystals you can work with to help open your third eye. You can use affirmations to open your third eye. Each chakra resonates at a different frequency, so you can look up third eye frequencies to help open your third eye. There's certain foods that I'm sure you can eat as well if you wanted to do that. There's certain types of tea that will help you open your third eye. You can also work with your crown chakra up here, which is, it's really more for kind of downloading information from the universe than your actual guide. But still, if you're looking for answers and guidance, that's obviously an incredibly useful thing to do. So the same things that I just said about the third eye go for the crown chakra as well. But really, if you want to establish a strong connection with your guides, it's about, you know, involving them in your life as much as you can. Meditation is the key. So that's the video. I hope you found it useful. If there's anything that you feel like I missed out or you wanted to like add in, you could, you know, put it in the comments, and if I know the answer, I'll answer it. So I hope it was useful. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.